Well, my name's Bob George. I'm an accountant for performance therapies. I'm married. I'll be 36 years this summer. I have 2 children, a daughter, Kristen, and my son, Philip, and his wife, Erica, and they're going to have a little girl in May, which is exciting. And our daughter has a 2-year-old little boy that is a lot of fun. I know that I have a family history of heart issues. My father died at 49. Both grandfathers died in their early 60s, and one grandmother died when she was 56. So over the years, I've known I have this issue, and so I've tried to take care of myself. I've been a long-time jogger and runner and have run some marathons. So I've tried to keep myself in shape, and my wife is a registered nurse and has worked in cardiac care, so she's tried to keep us on a good diet over all the years and that type of thing. But on the morning of January 2nd, I was running on the track at Performance Health and Fitness, and it was in the 3rd mile of a 3-mile run and had a cardiac arrest. Fortunately, 2 personal trainers and a doctor who was working out with one of those trainers responded to me going down and using their CPR training from the American Heart Association. They responded and began CPR right away. Determined very quickly that I was going to need electrical shock, so they got the AED that was there at the facility and used it to bring me back. And I kind of remember doing the run and thinking, God, I'm really slowing down. And then the next thing I remember is being on a gurney talking to an EMT on my way to the hospital. So the fact that those 3 people had the training appropriate to respond and were able to save me is I'm very thankful and very grateful. And then I was taken to the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics ER, where again, the staff there was very well trained in how to deal with heart issues and immediately started making sure that I was okay. And I actually, by that point, felt okay. A little confused about what had happened, but kind of understood. And then when my wife got there, she, with her training, I mean, initially she was, looked at me and talked to me about how I was doing and stuff, and then she's looking at the monitors and everything, and she just kind of looks at me and shakes her head and said, I don't know what happened because everything looks fine. And so then going through the testing at the university and having a facility like that available that's close to home and them being able to run through everything, they were able to determine that I have what's called long QT syndrome, which is a space in the EKG between the beats that if it gets too long, the next beat doesn't happen. And so that's essentially what happened to me. At the time my father died, he had a heart attack or had an issue when he was 46. And at that time they just said, okay, well, you had a heart attack, but you seem to be doing okay. At that time they didn't have the testing available they have today, didn't even know how much damage there was to the heart or exactly what caused it. And then 3 years later, he basically dropped dead. The doctor at the time made the comment he was probably dead before he hit the ground. And because of that, I've always known it's there, but never knew for sure what the issue was until I had my cardiac arrest. And again, fortunately, I was at a place where they had an AED and knew how to use it and were able to have me be here today. So, and then it's just, I think again, it's just to remember to have an appreciation for life and the people around you. And it's important that we know so much more now than we did when my dad died 30-some years ago. And the American Heart Association's had a lot to do with that, I think, as far as making the money available for the research and the study and that type of thing, so that we can solve these issues today and identify problems and take care of them. And why? I'm glad I'm back. Just for my grandchildren. Looking forward to watching them grow up and become, what they become. And as well as continue to watch my children, even though they're in their 30s now, continue to grow and develop and make me proud of who they've become. And then just being able to do things with my wife. Last summer we took a 2-week trip to Alaska, did the land and the cruise, and just being able to do those things with her and see, you know, nature's wonder. And we've got some things we want to do yet together. So I just want to, I'm glad I'm going to be able to give him that opportunity.